This video is more important than you may think. A lot of the FBA gurus out there are teaching bundling like it's optional, like it's a good maybe if you feel like it. But Amazon is getting more competitive by the day, and the only way for new sellers especially to come into the market and succeed is to bundle, or as we like to call it here, create a grand slam offer. It's essential. But then that of course begs the question, how do you bundle? How do you know what products to bundle? And how do you get it all together and create a grand slam offer? Well, that is what we are going to cover in today's video. So I got the mini whiteboard out today, how to bundle. There's really only 2 steps to this, but I know a lot of people get confused, especially when you're new to the game. So I'm going to go by each step in detail, and we're going to explain exactly how this is done. So the first step is to find, right? So finding your product is the first step. So I'm going to put on the board here, find. So you got to find your product. So when you're looking for products, I'm going to hop into the computer as well. I got a product back there. I'm going to hop on the computer showing examples. But when you're finding your product, it's not really this type of kind of video that's going to go over the criteria and all that kind of stuff. But you want something that is in a market that has, high sales, 300 or so sales, and it has lower reviews. So under 100 to 75 reviews throughout the product. There might be some outliers, of course, that have a high number of reviews. But if there's people near the bottom of the page who are getting 50, 20, 70, around those kind of reviews, and they're still making 300 sales, they're still making good revenue every single month, then you might have yourself a good market. So you're gonna go ahead and find your product. So when you find your first product, your main product, we're gonna call that product A. I hope you guys can see that. I'm gonna hold it really close. So I know it's a glare, but product A, okay? So when you find product A, and you verify it, you track the sales to make sure they're real with using like I-99 track method. You're checking the trends. You're checking, camel to see the sales history, and you've verified it to be a good product. That's when you can start looking for a bundling option. Okay, so now we're gonna look at what do you want to bundle with your products? How do you know what products will bundle well with each other? So we're gonna hop into the computer to figure this one out. All right, so we're in the computer now, and I have 3 different examples for you. So the number one way to find a bundle is to go into the frequently bought together section of a product. So when you see that this is frequently bought together, this is the Amazon themselves telling you that these 2 products do well together, right? So if you were to bundle these together, then you might have a good a home run or a grand slam right there. Now, when bundling, there's something to keep in mind. You don't want to just throw random items together and hope they do well. Like some people will say, create an ebook, or maybe do a 2-pack or a 3-pack of a certain product, right? Like this. I don't think you would sell 2 of these together, but you get the idea with something like this. Like you just increase the number of products that you sell in one. That might do well. That might work depending on the market, but that's not always the case. When you're bundling an item, you want to keep in mind it has to be something that either benefits the main product or is essential to its use. So that's why I use this example here, is that this main product, this is a essential oil diffuser, right? It needs oils to work. Without these oils, this main product is useless, right? So if it's something like an oil, something where they're gonna run out, like say it's a waxing kit and they need the wax. So they have a wax warmer, but they need the actual waxing beads to have any use of the product, then that might be something to bundle it with, right? And typically there will be people who are bundling items together like this, then maybe increasing the number might work. So if someone's bundling it with 2 and you come together with this package of 6, 7, 8 here, you might have, the best product available. And that might be something you might want to look into, right? So keep in mind, you want it to be something that's essential to the product or that greatly increases it. Now, another thing that you really want to dig into, now we're getting a little more into the psychology of it, is you want to identify the customer, not just the customer of the single product, but the customer that would buy the product that you're trying to sell, right? So something like this is silicone reusable food storage bags. So don't think about it as just like, okay, I'm in the kitchen niche. Think about who is buying this product and why. If they're buying this product, there's two things right away. They're probably someone that wants to save money by reusing bags, or maybe they are, environmental. They're green. They believe in having a very green house. So you can sell adjacent products. That's the point I'm trying to get at here, is that it doesn't have to be something that's exactly like. So many people would just do, maybe what is this, a 3-pack, set of 3? Oh, I can do a set of 6 or a set of 10. Think about the customer that actually purchases this. So go into the Freaking Box again. This would be a great example. Stuff like this, the kind of stuff you'd find at a Whole Foods. Like this, instead of getting regular wrapping paper, they would get beeswax paper. Instead of getting, and again, key right there, reusable, right? Reusable food wraps. You can sell products that are adjacent. So they would get silicone bags for stuff that you need to be water sealed, and then maybe they'll get these mesh bags. Again, sticking with the reusable, sticking with the environmental friendly kind of deal here. And as you click through the products, you'll see more and more things like this. And then this gets a little more, what is this here? Metal drinking straws. Okay, there you go. With the reusable, and then you can clean it, right? So the environmental friendly. So don't just think about the singular product, think about the actual customer that's buying it. And then that's the same point I have here for the third product here. Something like a hypoallergenic pillow, right? Now, hypoallergenic pillow is a pillow that keeps like dust mites and stuff away for people who are allergic to dust mites. So someone here has a 2-pack, right? A 2-pack of pillows, that's pretty common. Now, you got to think about what is, again, the customer that's buying it. They're obviously allergic, right? They're allergic to dust. So you could, of course, I'm going to see probably pillow. Yeah, there you go. Pillowcase. They're not just going to need the pillow. Obviously, they're going to need a hypoallergenic pillowcase. And then you can sell them, maybe even bundle it with a hypoallergenic blanket or hypoallergenic bed sheets, right? Hypoallergenic. And then dig down into that niche, right? A lot of people go like, oh, I'm in the home and kitchen bedding niche. Be very specific. The more specific you are, the more of a target audience you have, the more, even though you're closing your niche, you're more specific. So you have those specific buyers who are searching you out. So if you're like, your brand name is hypoallergenic sleeping and everything you have is about, hypoallergenic stuff in the bedroom, whether it be, I don't know, pillow covers, pillows, mattresses, and I guess we wouldn't sell mattresses, but like, blankets, what else, slippers, stuff like that, and you dig in deep, you can then have very unique bundles that are very different that most people wouldn't think of, but are hitting a very specific market, and you're hitting the people that were already buying your product, the original product, which would be called product A, right? So now that you found out kind of the idea behind what to bundle, the most important thing is to use frequently bought together, but also think deep about who is buying your specific product, right? Like, why are they buying the product, and what can you offer them that would cater to that specific individual? So now that you figure that out, we're gonna go and find out how you can actually get these bundles made and created. All right, so you found product A, and you narrowed down product B, right? So how do you get these products made and shipped together to Amazon? So that's the next thing we're going to talk about. Is my marker's already dying, this is brand new. Source. It's only a 2-step process, right? So source. So now you got to get product A and product B made. So there's 2 ways that this can happen. The easiest way, if you're lucky, is you have supplier 1 makes both products A and B, and it's no different than if you were to do a single product. So the same supplier makes both products, then you're in luck. You can just get that done at the same supplier and tell them to bundle it together, put it all into one package, right? Now, another way is if you have a very unique bundle, right, and you don't find a supplier that makes both, then, you have a supplier 1 and you have a supplier 2, okay? So supplier 1 will make product A, and supplier 2 will make product B. Okay, so supplier 1 makes product A, supplier 2 makes product B. Now, here's the process. This is where people start asking a lot of questions. So I have some examples for you guys. So say product A is a stapler, okay? And product B, say these are staples, right? They're not, but say these are staples. So what you want to do is have supplier, let's just say this is supplier A. So supplier A makes the staples, supplier B makes a stapler. You want to have supplier A ship over to supplier B. Now the reason for that is you want to have the lightest supply, whatever product is lighter, shipped over to the other warehouse in China, so that you save obviously on shipping. You don't want to have the heavier item shipped to the lighter item and then shipped to Amazon. You want it so that you have at least cost as possible, right? So the lighter item goes to the heavier item, and then you ship it to Amazon. Now, labels, or box design, right? So you see I have a blank box here. What you can do, you can have supplier A put the labels and the design on the box and then ship it over to supplier B, and then they'll put it all in one box, right? So I have big box, they put it all in this big box here. Or you can just have them ship over the blank box to supplier B. Supplier B will do the designs for both of these and then place them in this box for you, right? So that is the basics of how it works. So supplier, the light, oh geez. Hopefully you don't have a supplier that's dropping your boxes. But the lightest product goes to the heaviest product, and then the last supplier to touch it, supplier B, boxes it for you, puts the design on it, puts your FN SKU on the box, right? Puts your FN SKU on the box, and that's it. They're gonna send this to Amazon, and then when someone orders their stapler with staples, it comes in the box that supplier B created for you. So that is pretty much it. I tried to get as visual as I could with it because I know people learn in different ways, right? So hopefully now, it's a pretty quick video, but hopefully now you understand the basics of, well, that's really it to it. There's not much more to it. Hopefully you understand now how you are going to find products, how you're going to find out which ones you want to bundle together, and then how you get those bundles made and created and then packaged and then shipped out to Amazon. So that's all I have for you today, guys. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. Also, I'm going to be doing a video with frequently asked questions for all the kind of questions that beginners will ask. So if you guys have any beginner questions, actually beginner to advanced, go ahead and ask them in the comments. I'm going to try to answer as many of them as I can in the next video. Don't forget to hit me up on Instagram. I'm doing a new thing, the TG10X challenge, where I post my goal every single day, and I'm doing it for 100 days to see which goals I hit within those 100 days. And I'm visualizing them for half an hour in the morning, half an hour at night. So it's a brand new kind of Instagram series, I guess. So if you want to check that out, don't forget to hit me on Instagram at J10Franco. So that's it. I hope you enjoy it. Don't forget to subscribe and like to become an empire builder. And what's an empire builder? It's every single one of you that is grinding day in and day out. And most importantly, the defining mark of an empire builder is that you never give up, because you know that your empire awaits. See you guys later.